The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, January 24, reveal that Nick Newman will rush to Sharon Newman's side following her escape and Maria Copeland's discovery in the park. Sharon may remain a little out of it due to the PCP in her water, so Nick may fume over Jordan drugging her again. Of course, Sharon will get some stunning news once Nick explains that Jordan is Ian Ward's accomplice. Since Jordan just made plenty of Ian-related confessions at the Tack house, Maria will get updates on all this too. Despite Maria's latest fight with Tessa Porter, she'll surely want to let Tessa know that Sharon is Oak. Once Tessa realizes Maria was right about Ian being up to no good, she'll no doubt apologize for thinking he might have changed. At the Tack house, Y and R fans will see Jordan's outcome after downing some tea that was supposedly poisoned. The Newmans seek content to let Jordan perish this time around. So is this really the end of the road for the character, or is a twist brewing? Regardless, Victor Newman will lash out at Nikki Newman for scheming with Claire Newman and Victoria Newman behind his back. It was far too risky as far as Victor was concerned, so all three women make it put on full blast in the end. At the Jazz Lounge, Jack Abbott will join Billy Abbott and perhaps try to get their bond as brothers back on track. Billy wasn't happy about Jack standing against his revenge plot, but Jack may argue that he was just trying to look out for him. That's what good siblings are for, so Jack and Billy may get on the same page about that. Even so, Jack will continue to believe Billy would be better off moving on with his life. Billy will at least find one way forward when Sally Spectra interrupts with a surprise to unveil. There's a good chance Sally is about to show off the finished interior design choices she's made at Billy's new place, so a big reveal is brewing. Even if Billy isn't willing to give up his vengeful Victor goals, he'll celebrate a fresh chapter with Sally on Friday's episode. Our predictions point to some passionate moments, so stay tuned to see Billy show Sally his gratitude. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy and Sally will grow closer as a romantic item, so stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless scoop for Thursday, January 23 reveals Sharon Newman will finally free herself from the sewer. Also coming up, Jordan will find herself cornered by Victor Newman, Claire Newman, Nikki Newman, and Victoria Newman. Plus, Maria Copeland and Tessa Porter will argue about Ian Ward. Lee and R spoilers tease Ian will show up at Society and tell Tessa he hopes she'll change her mind about him, and in turn change Maria's mind. Together we can help take away her childhood pains and set her free. He'll tell Tessa he has to do this and she has to help him. But Maria will appear. "What the hell are you doing here?" she'll ask Ian. He'll say he's going to do everything he can to convince her he's a changed man. Maria will tell him there's no salvation here, no forgiveness. "I am going to hate you until the day that I die." Lie and our daily scoop. Maria tells Ian to just keel over and die. Maria will add no one wants him there, so just leave town. Better yet, why don't you just keel over and die? He'll get teary-eyed and look at Tessa. "That's your final word?" he'll ask Maria, and she'll say yes. After Ian leaves, Tessa will ask Maria what if he's being sincere. "Ian hasn't said or done anything threatening. I mean, he saved my life," she'll add. "I'm just asking you to consider." But Maria will say this is how he operates. "People change Maria, we did," Tessa will reply. "It was something in his words, how tenderly he spoke of you." But Maria will be angry. "I can't believe you would do this to me," she'll say and take off. Meanwhile, Jordan will tell Claire that was rather dramatic. "It's almost like there was something in my tea. One might think that you're having second thoughts about something." So Claire will say she needs to know where Sharon is. "I'm fond of Maria and Tessa, and I don't want to see her get hurt." But Jordan will say no. "If you do not give it to me, I will throw you to the police," Claire will reply. Jordan won't like that. You giving me orders, she'll ask. Claire will tell her she's offering her a payday and a new life. Jordan will tell her she's radiating with Newman smugness and superiority. What did you put in my tea? She'll ask. Claire will say there's a gave in it. You just gave yourself away, Jordan will tell her. Because the girl that I raised wouldn't give a damn about some blonde bitch she barely knows. This is all a lie. She'll move to leave. However, Claire will say she's not going anywhere. Jordan will tell her she's not going to stop her. No, we're going to stop you, Nikki will say as she and Victoria walk down the stairs. Hello, Nikki. You're looking sober, Jordan will say, and Nikki will say no thanks to her. Young and the Restless scoop. A panicked Jordan is cornered. Jordan will ask if they're going to kill her. They had opportunities to do it before, but never had the guts to follow through. She'll turn to Claire and ask if she's on board with this. It was my idea, Claire will reply. Then the door to the Tack house will open and Victor and Nick Newman will walk in. Hello, Victor, just can't get rid of me, can't you? She'll ask. He'll tell her that's about to change. But Jordan will have an ace up her sleeve. She knows where Sharon is. Victor will ask why she kidnapped Sharon, and she'll say she did it for her partner, Ian Ward. She'll also tell them he killed Heather Stevens. If any of you want to see Sharon alive again, I suggest you make me an escape offer, one that you'll honor this time. But Victor will tell the villain it all ends tonight. You end tonight. So she'll say if she ends tonight, so will Sharon. I'm holding all the cards. Meet my demands or else. In the sewer, a vision of Nick will tell Sharon to get up and walk out of there. I can do it if you help me, she'll say. She'll reach out and in doing so, she'll stand up. Sharon will keep telling herself to just take another step as she walks toward the stairs. Eventually, she'll reach the lookout and she'll collapse onto the bench. Then Maria will come along. She'll look over and see Sharon. Mom? She'll say as she rushes over to embrace Sharon. Finally, back at the Tack house, Nick will get a call. He'll say it's Maria. Sharon's alive, he'll say after he hangs up. I'm going to go pick them up. A panicked Jordan will realize she's been cornered. So she'll grab the cup of poison tea and drink it as the Newmans watch. But will this be the end of her? The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, January 23, 2025 are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Ian Ward to torment Maria Copeland. Victor Newman backs Jordan into a corner. Plus, Sharon Newman's life hangs in the balance. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Maria Copeland tormented. Y and R spoilers for Thursday, January 23 reveal that Ian will be busy tormenting Maria. In the weekly preview clip, Tessa Porter is working at Society when Ian comes in. Ian begs Tessa to help him with Maria. A stunned and confused Tessa stares at a begging Ian while Maria peers in at them through the window. Maria already warned Ian to stay away from her family. So how will Maria react when she sees Ian cornering Tessa at work? I and R spoilers, Claire Grace Newman's scheme. On Thursday, January 23, fans will see Claire Grace Newman continue her killer plan. Claire has roped Victoria Newman and Nikki Newman into the scheme. Meanwhile, Claire is also deceiving Jordan. It is extremely risky and dangerous for Claire, but she feels there is no other option. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Jordan is Victor Newman. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, January 23 reveal that while Claire is busy luring Jordan to her death site, Victor is suspicious. Victor watched Nikki, Victoria, and Claire leave together. Victor knows they are up to something, and with Ian on the loose, he won't take any chances. So when Victor finds out that Jordan is once again targeting his family, he will corner the villain. If Jordan tells Victor what Claire told her, then that could change everything. Claire has a plan, but Victor might mistakenly believe that she is once again secretly working with the enemy. I and R spoilers, Thursday, January 23, 2025. In tomorrow's episode, fans can also expect Sharon to strategize. Jordan has Sharon stashed pretty well. To prevent an escape, Jordan also laced Sharon's water with PCP. Sharon can't do much while the PCP is in her system. At the same time, Sharon can't go very long without water either. So, will Sharon be able to escape? It is teased that Sharon's life continues to hang in the balance. Unless Sharon escapes or can be found soon, she could die down there. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Thursday, January 23, 2025? The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Thursday, January 23, reveals that Jordan will suspect Claire Newman poisoned her tea since she stopped her from drinking it. There will be more talk about Sharon Newman as Claire pushes Jordan to come clean about her location. Claire will end up taking a harsh tone that Jordan doesn't appreciate, but Claire will act like she's just confident now. Since the cops are crawling all over looking for Jordan, Claire will insist Jordan needs her help to stay hidden. Jordan will eventually realize the Newmans have brainwashed Claire, just like she feared they would. Victoria Newman and Nikki Newman will come downstairs to serve as Claire's backup soon after. Victor Newman and Nick Newman will also arrive at the Tack house, but Jordan will remain smug despite being cornered. Although Victor will warn that Jordan ends tonight, she'll argue that Sharon's life will end too if that happens. Jordan will demand money and an escape route before suggesting Victoria or Claire can be her hostage this time around. Although Jordan will feel like she's running the show here, the Newmans will stand their ground against her. In the sewer, a dreamy Nick hallucination will give Sharon another pep talk and urge her to stay awake. Sharon will summon all her strength until she's finally able to walk out to freedom. At Society, Ian Ward will pop up and try to convince Tessa Porter that he wants to eliminate the hate he put in Maria Copeland's heart. Maria will interrupt and warn Ian to leave town, or better yet, keel over and die. After Maria makes it clear that forgiveness is never going to happen, Ian will take off. Tessa will ultimately push Maria to hear her out and will suggest that maybe Ian is being genuine. Although Tessa will hint about Maria letting go of her anger for her own sake as much as Ian's, Maria will blow up at Tessa for defending him. Tessa will argue that's not what she's doing, but Maria will still feel like she's taking Ian's side. After Maria storms out on Thursday's I and R episode, she'll end up in the park and stumble across a weak Sharon on a bench. Maria will embrace Sharon before calling Nick to say she found her mom. Once Maria updates Nick on their whereabouts, he'll relay the Sharon news to the rest of the group at the Tack house. When Jordan realizes her insurance policy is gone, she'll try to bargain with Victor and act like she can help capture Ian. Victor will argue that he doesn't need Jordan's help for that, and will make it clear that she has nothing to offer. Jordan will finally realize she's out of options, so she'll grab the presumably poisoned tea and gulp it down. The Young and the Restless spoilers say there's much more Newman drama to come, so stick with us for more predictions on what's ahead at the ranch. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, January 23, promise some major bombshells in the land of Genoa City. One person is backed into a corner, while a villain torments his victim, and a life hangs in the balance. What's set to unravel during Thursday's show? Time to find out. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Jordan Howard is backed into a corner. My and our spoilers for Thursday, January 23, reveal that Jordan will be backed into a corner by none other than Victor Newman. Sounds like the Moustache will rescue Claire Newman from her aunt, while at the Tack house just in time. But what will Victor do to Jordan during their confrontation? And will she escape any possible repercussions? Then again, perhaps Jordan will spill where Sharon Newman is hidden for the big rescue. Only time will tell. My and our spoilers. Ian Ward torments. Speaking of Jordan, my and our spoilers for Thursday, January 23. suggest that her partner in crime, Ian Ward, will torment poor Maria Copeland. As fans know, Maria's mom, Sharon, is missing, so will Ian taunt Maria with that, or will he use Tessa Porter to get under Maria's skin? Tessa seems to have a soft spot for the cult leader and is definitely falling for his manipulative games. So could Maria see Tessa talking to Ian and go off on her wife? Is this the way Ian causes chaos for Mariah on Thursday's show? The young and the restless spoilers, Sharon Newman's life hangs in the balance. Lastly, why and are spoilers for Thursday's episode imply that Sharon's life will hang in the balance as she continues to rot in the sewage basement where Jordan left her. Her chains may be broken, but her energy levels are low thanks to the drugged water she was drinking. Is there a chance that Nick Newman can save her in time? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Are you excited about Thursday's show? Comment below. Catch the CBS soap daily so you don't miss a moment of the drama, and visit SOS often for the best young and the restless spoilers, updates, and news. The Young and the Restless scoop for Thursday, January 23 reveals Sharon Newman will finally free herself from the sewer. Also coming up, Jordan will find herself cornered by Victor Newman, Claire Newman, Nikki Newman, and Victoria Newman, plus Mariah Copeland and Tessa Porter will argue about Ian Ward. I and our spoilers tease Ian will show up at Society and tell Tessa he hopes she'll change her mind about him, and in turn change Mariah's mind. Together, we can help take away her childhood pains and set her free. He'll tell Tessa he has to do this and she has to help him. But Maria will appear. "What the hell are you doing here?" she'll ask Ian. He'll say he's going to do everything he can to convince her he's a changed man. Maria will tell him there's no salvation here, no forgiveness. "I'm going to hate you until the day that I die." My and our daily scoop. Mariah tells Ian to just keel over and die. Maria will add no one wants him there, so just leave town. Better yet, why don't you just keel over and die? He'll get teary-eyed and look at Tessa. That's your final word. He'll ask Mariah, and she'll say yes. After Ian leaves, Tessa will ask Mariah what if he's being sincere. Ian hasn't said or done anything threatening. "I mean, he saved my life," she'll add. "I'm just asking you to consider." But Mariah will say this is how he operates. "People change Mariah. We did," Tessa will reply. "It was something in his words, how tenderly he spoke of you." But Mariah will be angry. "I can't believe you would do this to me," she'll say and take off. Meanwhile, Jordan will tell Claire that was rather dramatic. "It's almost like there was something in my tea. One might think that you're having second thoughts about something." So Claire will say she needs to know where Sharon is. "I'm fond of Mariah and Tessa, and I don't want to see her get hurt." But Jordan will say no. "If you do not give it to me, I will throw you to the police," Claire will reply. Jordan won't like that. "You giving me orders?" she'll ask. Claire will tell her she's offering her a payday and a new life. Jordan will tell her she's radiating with Newman smugness and superiority. "What did you put in my tea?" she'll ask. Claire will say there's a gave in it. "You just gave yourself away," Jordan will tell her. "Because the girl that I raised wouldn't give a damn about some blonde bitch she barely knows. This is all a lie." She'll move to leave. However, Claire will say she's not going anywhere. Jordan will tell her she's not going to stop her. "No, we're going to stop you," Nikki will say, as she and Victoria walk down the stairs. "Hello, Nikki, my you're looking sober," Jordan will say, and Nikki will say no thanks to her. Young and the Restless scoop. A panicked Jordan is cornered. Jordan will ask if they're going to kill her. They had opportunities to do it before, but never had the guts to follow through. She'll turn to Claire and ask if she's on board with this. "It was my idea," Claire will reply. Then the door to the Tack house will open and Victor and Nick Newman will walk in. "Hello, Victor. Just can't get rid of me, can't you?" she'll ask. He'll tell her that's about to change. But Jordan will have an ace up her sleeve. She knows where Sharon is. Victor will ask why she'd kidnap Sharon, and she'll say she did it for her partner, Ian Ward. She'll also tell them he killed Heather Stevens. If any of you want to see Sharon alive again, I suggest you make me an escape offer, one that you'll honor this time. But Victor will tell the villain it all ends tonight. You end tonight. So she'll say if she ends tonight, so will Sharon. I'm holding all the cards. Meet my demands or else. In the sewer, a vision of Nick will tell Sharon to get up and walk out of there. I can do it if you help me, she'll say. She'll reach out and in doing so, she'll stand up. Sharon will keep telling herself to just take another step as she walks toward the stairs. Eventually, she'll reach the lookout and she'll collapse onto the bench. Then Maria will come along. She'll look over and see Sharon. Mom? She'll say as she rushes over to embrace Sharon. Finally, back at the Tack house, Nick will get a call. He'll say it's Maria. Sharon's alive. He'll say after he hangs up, I'm going to go pick them up. A panicked Jordan will realize she's been cornered. So she'll grab the cup of poisoned tea and drink it as the Newmans watch. But will this be the end of her? The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, January 23, offer good news for Ian and bad news for Jordan. Maybe she shouldn't have walked out on him. Next on The Young and the Restless. Ian kept talking about how he's a changed man now. He's a man of God. He's harmless. Nope, and most definitely not. Maria never bought it, and she was right. However, being right doesn't do Maria much good when the man who ruined her childhood decides to ruin her adulthood. Ian knows how to push all of Maria's buttons because he's the one who installed them. Will she succumb, or has her love for Tessa made her strong enough to stand up to the cult master? The tables have turned, but while Ian believes he has the upper hand, Jordan walks right into Victor's plan. Again, is it back to the dungeon? Or has Victor realized that he can't trust the people around him not to turn Victor in when his only crime is breaking the law? No more letting folks like Cole and Michael babble about the law and procedure and not being a vigilant. They don't understand. They didn't grow up in an orphanage. Only people who grow up in orphanages understand how the world works and are thus free to do anything they want. Victor wants to make Jordan disappear. Nothing will stop him now. End of the road. Sharon put up a brave fight against Jordan's imprisonment. But there's just so much you can do when you're starving and drugged. Sharon is running out of time. When will Nick come riding to her rescue? Hope it's soon. Many throughout the country are currently experiencing the frigid cold temperatures and the snow that comes along with it. The Young and the Restless Christian Jules Leblanc was as well, and while some may despise the weather, he didn't mind it one bit. The CBS soap vet posted a video on Instagram, bundled up in a green hat and coat, with a gray neck warmer from his home in New Orleans, where the area was caught up in a winter storm. I guess I'm not alone with the rest of the country. It is snowing here in New Orleans. I'm actually standing next to my house, he stated, then panned the camera down the side of his home. Of the snowstorm, Leblanc continued, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I had to get out here and take a look. You may be wondering what the big deal was. So what? It's just snow. But it was a pretty big deal for the actor. I have not seen snow since I was in high school. Leblanc revealed, then went on to recall how it took almost 2.5 good blocks for the sophomore class of his high school to gather up some snow to make a snowman. Given that the area doesn't get much of the white stuff, he took viewers on a tour of his garden, which was, yep, you guessed it, covered by snow, then talked about possibly being the first of his neighbors to come out to see the snow, which started around 6:00 a.m. Nothing was going to keep me in. He also shared a before and after of downtown New Orleans, to which he deemed Snowmageddon. Whether you love it or hate, we're glad Leblanc was able to enjoy a little bit of it while it lasts. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Victoria Newman has been blaming herself for not being there to protect her daughter. However, Victoria never knew that Claire Newman exited until recently. Now that Claire has a plan to get rid of Jordan Howard, will Victoria confess to murder to protect her? The Young and the Restless spoilers. Claire Newman wants Jordan Howard dead. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that Claire has decided that Jordan has to die to protect herself and her family. Claire has lured Jordan to the Newman ranch with the pretense of wanting to kill Victoria. Instead, Claire plans to kill Jordan no matter what the cost. Will Claire succeed in her plans? Claire's plans to kill Jordan will no doubt send her to prison for premeditated murder if she follows through with them. Victoria doesn't want to see her daughter go to prison for ending a threat against her. If Jordan ends up dying, will Victoria end up confessing to murder to keep Claire out of prison? I and R spoilers. Victoria Newman blames herself for Claire's predicament. Jordan almost killed herself at one point when she took a drug overdose several months ago. However, Nikki Newman refused to allow Jordan to die. Nikki believed that Jordan would be fine in prison, and she could not get to anyone to hurt them again. However, that was not the case. Jordan managed to get out of prison and come after the Newmans again. Jordan partnered up with Ian Ward to go after the Newmans to get to Claire, and Maria Copeland. Jordan had conned someone into taking her place in prison, so others believed she was still there. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Victoria Newman takes Claire Newman's place. Victoria hasn't spent a lot of time with her daughter Claire because Jordan kidnapped her at birth. Victoria always wanted to protect her daughter and support her. However, Victoria was deprived of that. Victoria grieved her daughter's death and was forced to believe that she would never see her again. This is Victoria's chance to do the one thing she desires the most: protect her child. Now that Jordan has been taken care of, Victoria cannot allow Claire to be blamed for what she has done. Claire cannot go to prison for taking care of the woman who tortured her all of her life. Victoria could lie and say she is responsible for what happened to Jordan. Will Victoria confess to keep Claire from going to prison? Will Jordan finally pay for everything she has done? Come here often for all things I and R. Check back for all of your Young and the Restless news, spoilers, and updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Claire Newman is playing a very dangerous game. Fans have watched with red flags waving everywhere, as the generally sweet character has methodically been organizing a fatal plan to end her Aunt Jordan's life. While the idea is coming from a good place, as Claire wants to protect her family, her demeanor has completely changed in the past few days of trying to execute this scheme. Could she have triggered something dark from her past that will cause her life to spiral? The Young and the Restless spoilers. Have old, unhealthy habits resurfaced for Claire Newman? My and our spoilers suggest that despite wanting to put an end to Jordan and the chaos she brings, Claire has been spending more time with her aunt than she has in a long while. During their chats, the two talked about old times, and Claire has been bringing up all the things her aunt has taught her over the years. While Claire is trying to fool Jordan into trusting her, could this nostalgic walk down memory lane cause old and unhealthy habits to surface? Could it possibly bring up past trauma that Claire was able to overcome during therapy, but is now back in her mind, ready to haunt her? By and our spoilers. Claire Grace's life is turned upside down. One of Victoria Newman's biggest concerns about her daughter was regression. She's made so much progress getting over the childhood trauma and is finally living her best life. Claire has an amazing job, an amazing boyfriend, and a bright future ahead. Victoria has also been concerned about Claire's behavior since she came up with the idea to off Jordan. Victoria has noticed how different Claire presents herself, how cold and calculating she's been. There's a good chance that Claire will not end up being successful in ending Jordan's life, but in the process of trying to dupe her aunt, could Claire's dark side re-emerge? Could this cause issues for her and Kyle Abbott, or her relationship with the Newmans? Will Harrison Abbott pick up on a change in Claire's personality? Could Claire's plan against Jordan end up regressing her own progress and flip her world upside down? Join the conversation below. Tune into the Y and R Daily on CBS for all the drama, and visit this site often for the best Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Sharon Newman has been at the center of a major storyline that's finally winding down. What's next for Sharon following her escape from the sewer and reunion with her family? Although plenty of Y and R fans are ready for all the Jordan and Ian Ward chaos to end, that doesn't mean viewers want Sharon on the back burner again. It'd be a shame to see Sharon fade back into the boring pattern of just standing around Crimson Lights. Sharon will have a chance to recover from her horrible ordeal, but hopefully Y and R won't want too long to give her some new material. We can certainly think of one idea that would throw Sharon for a loop. Could Sharon's ex-husband, Dylan McAvoy, come back into the picture in the form of a recast? This just might be the perfect new storyline for Sharon under the circumstances. Nick Newman has been at the center of drugged Sharon's hallucinations and fantasies for months. We've also seen Nick fight hard to clear Sharon's name and carry out a search for her, so all this could lead to them getting closer. Just when it looks like Nick and Sharon might get back together, that's when a Dylan McAvoy recast could walk back into his former flame's life out of the blue. Steve Burton is busy over on General Hospital, but Dylan would be a pretty easy role to fill. There's surely some handsome, talented actor who could step into the part of Dylan McAvoy and shake things up. Dylan went into witness protection back in 2017 due to some dangerous trouble he landed in, but it'd be simple to explain that away now. Perhaps Dylan could assure Sharon that the threat has been neutralized permanently and admit he never stopped loving her. Could Dylan's return and a confession like that pump the brakes on Sharon's reunion with Nick? It could at least create an intriguing love triangle and leave Sharon with two men fighting over her. Since Dylan is Nikki Newman's son with Paul Williams, that makes him Nick's half-brother. The idea of two brothers battling it out for Sharon could make the drama even juicier. Whatever the case, Sharon could use another story soon, so stick with us for more predictions on her future and updates on any Dylan recast news that might come down the road. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Sharon will have to figure out what her next chapter looks like, so stay tuned. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that the Monday, January 20 episode will be preempted for coverage of the 2025 presidential inauguration. But on Tuesday, we expect the soap to carry on, with all of the excitement and drama surrounding Sharon Newman's life and death dilemma. The Young and the Restless spoilers: an escape plan goes awry. Jordan and Ian Ward are back in Genoa City and causing all kinds of chaos for Sharon. First, the two evildoers attempted to frame her for the murder of Arthur Stevens. When that didn't work out, they moved on to Plan B, which entails eliminating Sharon. It looks dire for Sharon. She is locked up in the sewer, and just when we thought she could make a break for it, she collapsed after drinking PCP-laced water. Her loved ones know that she is in danger, but the clues as to her whereabouts are few and far between. Between them, Chance Chancellor and Nick Newman are trying to find her before it's too late, but they are awfully slow in figuring things out. The Young and the Restless spoilers: Ian and Jordan are evildoers. Unfortunately, Jordan is the only person who knows where Sharon is. This is not good because a trio of Newman women plan to kill Jordan before she can hurt anyone else. Claire Newman, Nikki Newman, and Victoria Newman are determined to eliminate Jordan and have made a pact to never speak of the dirty deed after it's done. But unbeknownst to them, Victor Newman could interfere with a plan of his own. If only the women had chosen to confide in Victor, perhaps they could have worked together to outsmart Jordan. The Young and the Restless spoilers: Victor interferes? We can tell you that during the Tuesday, January 21 episode, Chance and Nick discover a clue that could lead them to Sharon. The next episode centers on Sharon planning her escape, but by Thursday, Sharon's life is hanging by a string. At the same time, Ian allegedly tortures Mariah somehow prior to her revelation. All of the red-hot action is coming to an explosive head in GC. Do you think someone will perish before Sharon is found? Perhaps even the blonde herself. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Sally Spectra has some kind of happy surprise for Billy Abbott. It can't be anything intimate, as Sally hints at the surprise in front of Jack Abbott. With the week ending with Billy Abbott starting a new chapter, could Sally's surprise be a pregnancy? Keep reading and let's talk about what could happen with this storyline. I&R spoilers reveal that the soap certainly has stepped it up when it comes to action and drama lately. However, with so much suspense and deadly danger, fans are missing the softer side of the soap. Fans would love to see someone get some good news for a change. With Sally not doing much lately except dating Billy, could she finally get a major storyline, but one that is a happy one? I&R spoilers. Sally Spectra's surprise. I&R fans recall that Sally and Adam Newman recently discussed the one-year anniversary of their baby's death. Fans were pretty torn up over Sally losing the baby. It was a stellar and heart-wrenching performance from Spectra. However, fans also hoped that Sally could get another chance to be a mother. Billy Abbott's new chapter. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that in the preview clip for the week of January 20, 2025, Sally happily comes up to a table where Jack and Billy are sitting. Sally apologies for interrupting, but Jack says he was just about to leave. As Jack starts to get ready to go, Sally says with a smile that she has a surprise for Billy. While that alone doesn't necessarily hint at anything, we know it's a good surprise. It is also teased that by the end of the week, Billy starts a new chapter. The Young and the Restless spoilers. New baby? It's been a while since a character was pregnant on the show, so it's about time for the soap to add another baby to the cast. Could Sally's happy news and Billy's new chapter indicate that they are beginning a new journey together? After all, Adam actually didn't remember it was the death of his daughter until he was reminded. Sally spent much of that time grieving alone. At one point, Billy did ask Sally if she was okay, which it really should have been Adam. If Sally and Billy have a child together, how will Adam react? How will Phyllis Summers deal with the sudden twist? It could also make Sally worry that she could go through grief all over again, so it could open up a lot of story arcs. The Young and the Restless spoilers say that there's been a lot of speculation on whether or not Detective Paul Williams should be killed off the show. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Is it time to just kill off Paul Williams? After all, it's been more than just a one hot minute since the character's portrayer, Doug Davidson, has been on the canvas, leading a lot of people to believe that the writers of the show don't know what to do with Paul. Should he come back? Should he meet his demise? Or should he finally have his own storyline? Both Doug and his fans have made it clear that they would love to see something more happen to Paul Williams. After all, he's a legacy character that has been on the show longer than anyone else. But for some reason or another, the Young and the Restless writers have decided to give more airtime to the newer characters than revisit storylines from people like Doug and Christine. This has led a lot of people to believe that the writing team just doesn't know what to do with Paul, and rather than leave the character in limbo, some have suggested that he should be killed off, kind of like they did with Ray Rosales. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Whatever happened to Paul Williams? Needless to say, many fans and critics alike sure did have a lot to say about the matter. Some commented with, "You deserve so much better. I have been watching since you started the show in the late 70s. You have always been one of my favorites. Nothing against Danny or Chance, but I would rather have Paul back on the show. It makes me both sad and mad the way they have treated you." Another critic wrote, "The 50th anniversary deserves Paul Williams back on the show, and there are storylines with Chase and Cricket/Danny that make sense." What did Dove Davidson sue to be treated like this? Why should loyal fans miss out on this legend? CBS fixed this. Now, what the producers will do with Paul, no one knows for sure, but watch this space. Let us know what you think by leaving us your thoughts in our comments section below. And don't forget that Soap Spoiler is your place for all of the latest news and gossip about your favorite celebrities and members of the royal family. Also, we've got the latest spoilers on the hottest daytime television shows, including The Young and the Restless, The Bold and the Beautiful, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Lily Winters is likely headed in another romantic direction once Crystal Khalil is back on screen as Lily following her maternity leave. It'll open the door to some new stories and shockers. Of course, my and our fans know Daniel Romalotti Jr. cheated on Lily and wants to officially get back together with Heather Stevens. Now it's just a matter of how Lily will find out the truth, and we can think of an exciting way for that to happen. Daniel's decision to delay his confession is setting the stage for disaster, and even Hamilton Winters is part of the problem since he's hiding the secret too. However, there's someone on canvas who's still protective of Lily and has a beef with Devon that's on the verge of escalating. Billy Abbott just might be the perfect person to find out what Daniel and Devon are hiding. Since Abby Newman Abbott knows what's up as well, maybe she could let something slip to Billy, especially now that she's joining the Chancellor Winters board and will be in his orbit more often. Then again, Billy might overhear Devon clashing with Daniel again and realize they're not telling Lily about this horrible betrayal. Could Billy take matters into his own hands and either fly to Lily to offer updates in person or deliver the news over video chat? Billy still cares about Lily, so we wouldn't be surprised if he stepped up as the truth teller in this whole situation. That might strengthen Lily's bond with Billy and set them up for a sizzling reunion. Billy is happy with Chelsea Lawson, but how long will that really last? Since Billy has a knack for self-sabotage, once he finds his groove and gets into a comfortable place, his relationship with Chelsea may be headed downhill before you know it. Lily is going to need a different love interest soon, so the stars might align for a Lily and Billy reunion in the coming months. The Young and the Restless spoilers say some romantic shakeups are brewing in Genoa City, so stick with the CBS soap. Young and the Restless predictions suspect Claire Newman's dangerous scheme could backfire and end up getting her killed soon on the CBS soap opera. Claire Newman plots against Jordan Howard on Young and the Restless. Not long ago, on Young and the Restless, Claire Newman discovered that her evil great-aunt, Jordan Howard, is out of prison. What's worse is that someone is taking her place, so the authorities don't know she's on the loose. Claire realized that for her and the Newman family to truly be free of Jordan, she must kill her. So she is currently playing her, convincing her that she doesn't belong with the Newmans and wants to be close to her again. Meanwhile, on Young and the Restless, she is plotting with her mom, Victoria Newman, and grandma, Nikki Newman, to kill crazy Jordan. Of course, they are against it, and they're hoping that in the end, Claire won't be able to go through with it. They just want her to go back to prison. However, Claire just kicked her plan up a notch, and it puts Victoria Newman in danger too. Indeed, there is a good chance that her plot could go sideways and end in tragedy. Claire's risky plan blows up in her face on Y and R. Recently, on Young and the Restless, Claire Newman revealed her new plan to Jordan Howard. She told Jordan she wants her to help her kill her mother, Victoria Newman. Because she's legally a Newman now, she says she can kill Vicky and they can run off with her fortune. But she needs her help to do it. Indeed, it's a believable plan and sounds good to Jordan. Claire knows the villainess inside and out. She knows what to say to her on Young and the Restless. However, she might not be as convincing as she thinks, and Jordan may be playing her too. Jordan knows Claire just as well as she knows her. She could very well be on to her already. Young and the Restless prediction: Victoria's daughter dead soon. Jordan may suspect Claire isn't being honest with her. She already admitted that she isn't sure if she can trust her. So if she gets the slightest idea that Claire is conning her, she will turn on her immediately. And if Claire does get the chance to kill Jordan, she better act fast and make it count. If she slips up, Jordan will have no problem killing Claire on Young and the Restless. Surely, it's likely that Claire will not make it out of her plot alive. On the other hand, pretending she wants to kill Victoria is extremely dangerous for her. So she could be the one who dies, or at least comes close. Claire and Victoria's only hope might be Victor Newman. He's already suspicious of his wife, Nikki Newman, and what she's up to with the girls. Chances are, he follows them because he corners Jordan soon. So he may be who saves them if Jordan attacks. Clearly, someone is not getting out of this fiasco alive. Hopefully, it's Jordan. Maya and R is wild this week. Don't miss a minute of the action to see if Claire Newman can pull this plan off, or if she will become Jordan's next murder victim on the CBS daytime drama. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Claire Newman's personality has taken a 180 recently. The character went from a kind, sweet, and highly innocent young lady to a methodical, cold-blooded schemer wanting to unalive her biggest nemesis. Claire is looking to end her Aunt Jordan's life for justifiable reasons. After all, the woman has been relentlessly in her pursuit of revenge against the Newmans, and after countless times of being locked up in prison, Jordan seems to find a way to escape time and time again. With that said, Claire's demeanor has changed significantly since her first encounter with Jordan when she caught up with the woman in disguise from Crimson Lights. Claire had a sneaking suspicion Jordan was in town after hearing her oolong tea order being announced at the coffee house, and this was confirmed when Jordan turned around and exposed herself in the park. Claire immediately went into deception mode and pretended to hate the Newmans and acted as if she was grateful to see her Aunt Jordan again. The instant transition has caused many fans to see some red flags in Claire. The fact that mere days ago, Claire was giggling like a schoolgirl with Kyle Abbott, and now she's planning to off Jordan is odd, to say the least. However, in recent days, Claire has spent a lot of time with Jordan, after being cut off from the woman for well over a year. The two have taken a walk down memory lane, talked about the things Jordan taught Claire over the years, including scheming and poisoning people. Could all this nostalgia trigger something dark in Claire? Victoria Newman has been concerned with her daughter's behavior too, while Nikki Newman seems to have fluffed it off and believes Claire won't go through with offing Jordan. Still, it's hard not to get chills whenever Claire callously talks about the precise steps she needs to take to dupe her aunt into trusting her so she can offer. It's likely that Claire won't end up ending Jordan's life for multiple reasons, with the number one being that if Jordan does pass away, she'll have to exit in a fashion that can open a door for a return. Still, once Jordan is out of the picture, perhaps back in prison, will all of Claire's interaction with her aunt cause a regression in her mental health progress? Could a dark side in Claire, one she once had when she lived with her aunt, resurface? This could initially start seeping out in the form of snapping at people, possibly biting back at Summer Newman during a face-off. However, could it spiral into something far worse? Could Claire's new darker demeanor affect her relationship with her mom, dad, the other Newmans, or possibly Kyle Abbott? There's also a chance that Harrison Abbott picks up on Claire's new attitude, as he can be quite intuitive. Could she do something that scares him? Perhaps she yells at him when he does something by accident. Everyone will fluff it off at first, until Claire starts spiraling. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Claire's recent change in behavior is likely the start of an even bigger storyline for character. After all, this is the land of daytime drama. No one lives out there happily ever after right away. While Claire has made tremendous strides in her life, soap opera characters also have to endure setbacks, And perhaps her planning her aunt's demise has triggered a dark side in Claire that she must work at to fight off.